Vou iniciar então, e vamos ver. Eu não vi nada ainda, só vi algumas coisinhas no Twitter. Morro em 2002. Oi. Nossa, gente, eu tô espirrando muito hoje. Caralho, eu não sei porquê. Morro em 2022 e 2023 não teve nada. Nossa, eu vou espirrar, pera. Tá, não vou não. Vai, vamos ver. Acho que eu vou gripar, não sei, mano. Ixi, já apareceu o cão, já. Já apareceu que ninguém pediu. A Briar, Ruei, o Milho. Pam, pam. Ah, esse teaser da NaFi é bonito, véi. And the Rockstar. Vamos ver. Temporada 2024.
I'm Andre, also known as Medler.
And I'm Jeremy, aka Right Brightman. Welcome back. We hope you all had a wonderful and happy holiday season, and we're really excited to welcome you to season 2024.
Now, we're filming this video in early November, so anything that happens between now and the start of the season won't be covered in this video. Today, we're going to be joined by more folks from across the league team to talk about some of the things coming in 2024, like ranked updates, new...
Muita qualidade, tá no máximo, já tá em Full HD. Ô, menina, olha aí. Tá no máximo já, cão.
2024. Today, we're going to be joined by more folks from across the league team to talk about some of the things coming in 2024, like ranked updates, new champions, some information about Arcane Season 2, and some updates on esports.
Now, before we get started, don't forget that when you jump into a game in 5 days, Summoner's Rift is going to look and feel a little bit different. Get ready for some new objectives, map changes, and updates to the core item system.
Ai, tô ansioso pra essa nova
And as a
season, véi.
reminder, Season Start Cinematic is going to be releasing next week on January 10th.
Dia 10, não era dia 9?
Season Start Cinematic is going to be releasing next
animação de
week
início da temporada. Olha aí, mano. Like vai dar sempre a gente pra Yomi, ainda bem. Eu, hein? Vamos ver.
Hey everyone, I'm Matthew
Ranqueadas, uma coisa que eu quero
the lead
saber.
gameplay designer for League. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you all about some of our thoughts on Ranked, some of our learnings from the changes we made last year, and what we want to do this year to help make your climbs better for Season 2024. Last year, we added Emerald tier and increased LP gains to help alleviate any pain from increasing the number of rank resets each year. And while we've seen an overall increase in match quality, there were some side effects that moved us away from where we want to take Ranked. We've seen much larger differences in visible ranks in games, meaning many of you saw players with different ranks in your matches, like a plat player in a silver game. So we're making some focused improvements on how the rank system evaluates player skill to reduce these situations. These changes will be going live when you start your rank climb next week. The changes should help resolve some other pain points, such as losing more LP than you gain, even with a positive ranked win rate overall, and also help with differentiating between Smurf accounts and new players. As always, we'll be closely monitoring these changes, as well as your feedback to make adjustments as needed. Best of luck in your climbs,
Então,
and
esses
welcome to
Smurfs
Season
estão
2024.
lascados. Gostei das temporadas 24, quero saber. Ai, que cabelo lindo.
To Season 2024.
Olha. Gente, que diva. Nossa, olha o perfil
Welcome to
dessa
Season
diva, gente, que mulher
2024.
bonita. Olha o olhar dela. Campeões. Vamos ver.
Hi everyone, I'm Lexi Gao, aka Raya Lexico, the Champions team lead.
And I'm Soap May, also known as Soapbox, production lead on the Champions team.
We've been working on Skarner's update for a while
Skarner.
now, and we've been polishing him up to be ready for his big day. Meanwhile, he's getting ready for some fun too. Last time we talked about Skarner, we showed his gameplay, but we
Coitada da
didn't really
Seraphine
talk
agora,
about his
viu?
lore.
Skarner was a
Coitada
founding
dela, ela
member
vai
of the
pegar
Utah,
um
where he
cristal dele
helped
pra ela
guide
ver.
and shape
Tem 3 rabões
Ishtal into
esperando
the
ela, ó.
prospering region it is now. He is, however, very suspicious of the outside world and believes that Ishtal should be isolated to be safe, and he will not hesitate to run down intruders to keep it that way. We are currently finishing up Skarner's VGU, and we can't wait for you to skitter across the rift in the first half of the year.
Gente, esse boneco vai ser lançado tão roubado, igual o rework do Udyr quando lançou. Nossa, eu sinto que esse campeão ele vai andar correndo assim no mapa e ninguém vai parar ele. Ele vai sair dando CC, dano e os caras e tudo. Nossa, vocês vão ver.
After Skarner, we're working on 2 other champion updates. The first one is for a champion we haven't talked about before,
Parabéns sobre quem nunca
but plays a pretty
falamos.
big role in a show that maybe you heard about.
Lá, diva da Arcane.
We want to bring their arcane version to the Rift with updated visuals and VO, while also giving some love to their gameplay. You can
Você disse recentemente que queria muito skin de jogar Estrela Negra? Sim, eu queria muito skin. Por essência, ela vai voltar?
expect to see them
Se for,
early
já vou
next
pegar
year
já.
after the second season is over. As for what comes after the arcane-inspired VGU, we're excited to announce that we'll finally be tackling Shyvana.
Olha, rework na
She has a
menina
great theme
dragoa.
and has become an iconic part of the league roster.
De
Thus,
volta? Ai,
we're
não vou
thinking
pegar.
about refining and progressing who she is and tuning up her gameplay
Nossa, que diferente. Olha essa aqui no meio.
instead of a complete overhaul on her narrative and themes. Think more Udyr and less Skarner. But we want to be transparent about her
Rework na
timeline.
Shyvana.
Shyvana's VGU will not be
Olha,
released
só lançada em
until
2025.
2025, after the Arcane VGU.
Só ano que vem.
Okay, now on to the new champions. We've been
Okay.
teasing a cute
Uma
small
ADC fofíssima lá.
ADC that will be swooping into the rift soon. Me Smolder, the fiery
Smolder,
fledgling.
o filhote flamejante.
Look
Gente,
at
olha o
aqui.
tamanho desse bicho. Meu Deus, ele é um anão.
Your little son.
Ai, não! É um dragão! Ah! Corram! Ah! Fogo! Pelo menos eu não caí numa árvore de novo. Oi, eu sou o Smolder.
Que porra é
Também
essa?
falou oi. Quem é o melhor dragão? Eu sou o melhor dragão!
Meu Deus, a ult do
Ai,
Pantheon.
como é o nome dos foguinhos perto das minhas orelhas? Ah, beleza. Isso aí fui eu?
Ai, gente, ele é o campeão que eu jogaria mutado. Nossa, sabe a Ashe, velho? A Ashe faria a mesma coisa. Apertaria a ESC e tiraria toda a voz. Meu
Olha o que eu
Deus.
sei fazer! Mortais idiotas! Cadê todo mundo? Aí sim! Mãe, você viu isso? Eu acabei com eles! Ah!
One of the goals we had for Smolder was to make a straightforward ADC. As all of the recent ADCs we've released are high-skilled champs or very non-traditional. Aphelios, Samira, Zeri, Neela, we want to fulfill the fantasy of a little dragon who can focus on honing his fire-breathing skills.
And while
Peraí,
A
como
little
é?
dragon who can focus on honing his fire-breathing skills.
E ele voa também.
Smolder
Oh,
may be
should I?
working on his skills, his mom is never too far in the distance and is always ready to make an appearance when he needs her the most.
After Smolder, we'll be heading further north to cool
Mas
off
ao
from all
norte,
that
pra não se
dragon fire.
refrescar. Amo, campeão de Freyord. Amo.
Our
Minha região
Vestarin solo
preferida.
laner is someone we've been wanting to bring to the
Passa
Rift
aí,
for a
achei que era
while.
Freyord, pelo
The
que ele
last time we
frear.
tried that development took a bit of a
Ai,
detour
oi.
and we ended up with Silas.
Ih, Silas o
But
quê?
not to worry, the champions team is back on the case and is focusing on making a new mid-range
Médio
mage.
alcance,
We
tem
have
essa
another
história.
champion in the works who should be a familiar face to all of you. But we're gonna hand things over to Riot Brightmoon and Meddler to talk a little bit
hein?
more about our new
Onde dele sendo
upcoming champion.
manhã. Ai, quadro que
Last year,
bonitinho.
we shared that Arcane Season 2 would be releasing globally this November.
Sai agora em novembro.
Everyone at Riot is really excited by the show, and we've been
Agora?
inspired to bring Arcane into game more. We're excited to show you a small preview of one of the things the League team's been working on. So the first bit of Arcane you'll be seeing in League will be Ambessa Madara. She'll bring Noxian
Ambessa.
domination to the Rift.
Na mãe da
And much
Mel.
like how she is in the
Gente, ela
show,
vai ser
she
uma
won't
top
be for the
lane
faint of heart
babado,
in the
viu?
game. Don't let her large stature fool you, though. She brings both strength and speed,
Ela é forte e
sidestepping
veloz.
attacks with surprising agility.
And Ambessa is only the first piece of Arcane coming to League this year. To
Nossa, eu
celebrate
imaginei ela
Arcane
tipo
Season
mais
2,
Lois, sabe?
we'll have Arcane-inspired gameplay and a new VGU, new skins, as well as a few other surprises. I am so excited for the new season. I hope you are too. Can
Vai
you
ser
show
uma
them a clip?
caçante.
Maybe
Ela
just
é
one?
linda, filha
Yeah,
dela.
okay,
enfim.
one, but just a short one.
O nome da ult dele em português é literalmente mãe e... Eita, o rugido do dragão, ó. Pera aí. Assim, é o trailer de Arcane 2? Vamos ver, pera aí. A Singed. O Arik. O pai da Jinx e Davi. Esqueci o nome dele agora. Vander, é Vander, né? Sei lá. Olha lá. Chapeuzinho, mulher. Nossa, o Arik tá grandão, velho. Maestria de campeão. Essa é a parte que me interessa. Quero ver a Seraphine ali amarrada. Quero ver as recompensas pra... as recompensas pra Mona Champion. Isso aqui que me interessa. Vamos ver.
Hey everyone, I'm Evan Humphreys,
Sou Evan Humphreys, o host Revanescence. Olha, Revanescence, vai. Can you hear to my...
Hey everyone, I'm Evan Humphreys, aka Riot Revenancer, the lead system designer for our motivations team. We're responsible for creating, aka Riot Revenancer, the lead system designer.
Designer-chefe do sistema de motivação. Ah, entendi. Motivação, maestria, recompensa. Eu cheguei a estar na equipe. Ele, bora, equipe, vamos embora. Motivamos, motiva.
We're responsible for creating and maintaining the various systems around the game, like loot, honor, and champion mastery, which is what I'm here to talk to you all about today. Champions are the most central part of League, and we love the dedication that a lot of you have to your mains. We want mastering champions to be a meaningful experience that lets you differentiate more between players who play champions some and players who play them a ton.
Vamos.
So, we're uncapping the leveling system and letting you show up exactly how much you play your favorite champions.
Me interessa.
Levels 7 through 10 will unlock new versions of the Mastery emote, and after that, we'll add an evolving number that displays your total Mastery level from 11 and beyond. And don't worry, your current champion Mastery points will carry over to the new system. So if you've already grinded to Mastery 7 on your main, there's no need to do it again. And those of you with enough Mastery points will end up at even higher levels.
Mas vixe, a Seraphine vai vir onde eu vou estar com a Seraphine, com a maestria mais alta dela. Duvido que vai ter alguma maestria que seja mais que 1 milhão de maestria.
We get closer to launch in the first half of the year with more info on this
Vocês com
updated
Talon, Zed aí, ó. Vamos ver. Nossa, mas que maestria feia, como é? Isso aqui vai ser dentro do jogo ou é só tipo íconezinho no... Ah lá, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gente, mas a maestria virou uma bola. Virou uma honra a maestria. Pantheon Shield de referência. Oi. Uma orbe, sim. Modos.
Hey everyone, I'm Eduardo Cadmus Cortejoso.
Hoje que eles nunca vão fazer um modo igual fizeram com o Trash Estrela Negra, tá? E com o evento de 100.
And I'm a team lead for game modes on League of Legends.
Hi, I'm Selena Chuchu Trang Liu, the delivery lead of the most team.
So last year, we released Arena and we received a huge amount of support from all of you. We brought it back in December to test out some changes and make some improvements. We're happy to share, though, that it's coming back again in the first half of this year with even more improvements. Our goal for the next iteration of Arena...
Meu Deus! O Lucario aqui, gente, que bonitinho. O Lucario Vaporeon, cara. Ai, velho, quem que é essa diva? Eu já gostei dela. Gente, o Lucario é o meu Pokémon preferido, tá? Ai, que querido. Meu Deus, agora eu preciso de um Lucario de pelúcia. Nossa, eu vou muito comprar um Lucario de pelúcia e deixar ele aqui, ó, sentadinho.
Improve game-to-game variance and foster even more experimentation. One of our favorite parts of Arena is the ability to play some fun and wacky combinations that wouldn't and maybe shouldn't work in Summoner's Rift. So we want to encourage that with some more targeted changes to gameplay and game balance. The biggest change you'll see is that we're increasing the number of teams from 4 teams of 2 to 8 teams of 2 for a total of 16 players in each game of Arena, making Arena a 2v2, v2, 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 v2. This means that you'll face different teams more often, have more chances at redemption, and maybe get out early or crush the competition if you're really doing well.
You can also expect to see some new augments, new maps, and some other improvements that we're still Outside of Arena, we are also bringing back more game modes this year. Earth will be back for Lunar New Year, and then we'll be following that up with One for All. We'll be sure to update you later in the year about what modes are going to come out after that. Oh, and one last thing. Even with all the work happening on Arena last year, we still have something else cooking behind the scenes.
We're experimenting with yet another new mode that, like Arena, will be a totally different take on core League gameplay. But unlike Arena, this will be a little bit more of a chill way to spend time with your friends. We don't want to spoil too much yet, so we'll be back later this year to share more.
Good luck, have fun, and we'll see you in ARAM, Arena, Earth, OFA, and TBD.
E nós todos foram com chat com 5 Seraphines, vai ter?
Last year, we spent some time behind the scenes working on updating League's anti-cheat and bot detection software.
Deixei de dizer de bots, não funcionou, né? Não funcionou, porque o tanto de script que eu peguei esse ano passado, foi babado.
This was compounded by the security breach earlier in the year, which increased our vulnerability to botting and cheating. And a pretty consistent piece of feedback that we've been hearing from you all is the high number of bots in games, disrupted smurfs in ranked, and an increase in scripting. We know this has been a consistent pain point in League, so it's been something we've been working on fixing.
One of our goals this year is to maintain and improve the competitive integrity in all of your League games, whether it's in ranked or normals, Clash, Arena, whatever. So in late February or early March, we're bringing Vanguard to League. Vanguard is our proprietary anti-cheat and anti-botting software that's been active in Valorant since the beginning. We've seen a huge amount of success in their ability to catch and stop cheaters in their games, and we expect to see similar results when we implement it in League.
Similar to Valorant's version of Vanguard, Leagues will run at the kernel level. This is becoming standard for strong anti-cheat software in gaming, as cheat and bot makers are quick to adapt. If you don't run at this level, they will, and thereby evade all of the anti-cheat software as a result. Now, Vanguard offers us the ability to catch bots and cheaters as quickly and effectively as possible. It also gives us the opportunity to do things like hardware ban offenders and terminate matches in which a cheater is detected, refunding loss of LP for everybody except the person cheating, of course.
Now, we know that there's a question and concern of data privacy around kernel-level anti-cheat. This is something that came up with Vanguard and Valorant as well, and we want to take a moment to tackle those concerns up front here. Vanguard does not collect or process any personal information differently from our current anti-cheat software. We don't need or want to know anything more about you or your machine other than what is necessary to maintain integrity when playing our games. Now, if you already have Vanguard installed because you play Valorant, you won't need to do anything else, and you can continue as normal. But if you haven't, starting in a few weeks, you'll be required to install Vanguard in order to play League.
We know that this may be a meaningful change, but we're very confident it will lead to an overall better League experience for everyone. We'll be sure to communicate with you all as the changes go live, and to let you know how things are going afterwards. All right, we're going to hand things back off to the dev team now for an update on some of the skins coming to League this year.
Novas skins, ó, a parte que nos interessa, vamos ver. Ah, hoje. Skins, isso que eu quero ver.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie, 100 Piece Nuggets Leon, the Skins team lead.
And I'm Thomas Ranby, aka Riot Hylia, the concept art lead for Skins. Today we're going to talk a bit.
O Thomas nos representa, gente, pra tá ali falando que quer skin de maguinho.
About some of the upcoming thematics for League,
vai entregar uma Seraphine bem diva pra gente.
And we're going to give you all an update on our ASUs. But first, I believe we owe you an updated prestige skin list.
Yes, we do.
Ta-da!
Olha lá.
Oh.
Evelyn, Kindred. Como é?
Yes, we do.
Rock Han.
Oh.
Prestígio Rakan, que já tem, né? E Zero de novo. Kindred, Evelyn de novo. Meu Deus, a Evelyn já tem 3 prestígios. E Zero vai ter outra prestígio. Não, gente, bora atualizar isso aí. Outro campeão. Kale. Kindred. Agora para pensar aí. Kindred. Kaylee. E os outros chamam de nome dele, né, velho?
You can expect prestige skins for Rakan, Ezreal, Kindred, Evelyn, and Kale in that order. We'll be back later in the year to give you all an update on the second half of the year.
Acabou?
We also wanted to give you all an update on our 2 ASUs. Lee Sin's base is finalized, and we've been working through his extensive skin catalog.
Ai, nossa, tá a cara do fake esse Lee Sin, olha.
Spent a lot of time testing out his animations to make
Gente, o Lecim vai ganhar uma lace, é isso?
sure we didn't impact his
Olha que lindo!
smooth gameplay.
A nossa caixa, hoje.
We spent a lot of time testing out his animation.
Quero ver eles falarem agora que a Seraphine não pode ter cabelo curto. Lecim tem cabelo curto e cabelo longo, né? A nossa caixa. Amamos.
Smooth gameplay, and have been sure to similarly focus on this with his skins. We're really excited to put him and his newly unbroken neck into your hands, and you can expect to bring him onto the Rift in early May. We did want to give you a heads up that we have run into a few challenges with Timo.
Problemas com o Timo?
Such a troublemaker.
Mischievous.
Ugh, seriously. His ASU is taking us a bit longer than we originally intended, and we're currently figuring out our updated timelines. But we'll be back with an update later this year with a sweeper to let you know when to expect an updated Swift Scout on the Rift.
All right. Now on to the new and returning skin thematics of the year. So first up, we're going to be celebrating the Lunar New Year with a brand new thematic called Heaven Scale, which pays homage to the rich cultural heritage of the holiday. In the world of Heaven Scale, a curious court of deities take on human guises and descend from their power.
Ai, que lindo, gente! Nossa, está muito bonito. No mundo das escalas celestiais, uma curiosa corte de divindades assumem formas humanas. E desce seus palácios nas nuvens para ver as celebrações dos mortais. Caralho, que lindo. Oh, adorei o pezão dele e a mãozona, tipo dragão, sabe? Isso aí vai vir pro game. Isso aqui é lendária, certeza. Skin lendária. Olha a caixa. Deixa eu trazer a skin da caixa, né? Old. Gente, nossa, mas até a caixa tá bonita, gente. Eu gostei dessa linha de skin.
So Heaven Scale's design fantasy skews a bit more heavily into ancient historical divinity and garments in order to distance itself from our more modern takes on the Lunar New Year, like Lunar Beasts or Firecracker.
We want to take
itself from our more modern takes on the Lunar New Year, like Lunar Beasts or Firecracker. We wanted to take care to preserve.
Olha a Shana. A Shana já não tem mais skin assim, não, gente. Eu juro que a Jana já tem uma skin assim, eu não tô doida. Eu tô. Não sei. Aí que o Pete, como você tá, amor? Finalmente cabelo bonito, mas vamos ver se esse cabelo vai mexer em game, né? Ou se vai ser aquele cheio de laquinha, assim, ó. Aquela chinesa. Quem que é esse? Deve ser o Ezreal, né? Deve ser a prestígio dele hoje. Olha a cara de POC. É o Ezreal. Ah lá, as armas. É ele mesmo.
Fun and celebratory tone in line with...
Vamos ver as skills. O que é isso aqui? A ult, ele lutando, sai um dragãozão bonito. O que? Outro dragão. O W tá lindo. Nossa, mas é a mesma paleta de cor da Shang-Chi. Não é? Mesma paleta de cor da Shang-Chi, olha. O E. Efeito dragão.
The spirit of the holiday. We also have another
vai ficar bonito na Kindred essa linha de skin, cara. Porque aí o lobo vai ser um dragão em volta dele, né? Vai ficar muito bonito. Boa noite, Luiz. Tudo bom, né, você?
That delves into a world where primal instinct reigns supreme, called Primal Ambush. Primal Ambush draws...
Gente, olha essa patona. Meu Deus, a mãozona dela. Que linda. Esse mundo se inspira na habilidade refinada dos artistas marciais. Gente, eu gostei da skin da Viviana. Imagina o socão dela, pô, pô. O tamanho da lua, assim, velho. Olha, Talon. Quem pediu? Ah, são as skins que vazou. Os ícones. Vamos ver. Eu reconheci pelo rosto do Talon.
Primal Ambush draws heavy inspirations from the refined skill of martial artists and the raw, fierce strength of tigers themselves.
Quem que é essa? É dali. É a Sivir? Quem que é essa? É a Sivir, né? Pela arma ali. É a Sivir. Peraí, gente. Deixa eu botar o fone pra carregar. Peraí. Ele já tá pipocando aqui no meus ouvidos. Já tá pitando, já. Sivir? Será que a Sivir... Será que a Sivir vai ter uma skin bonita, gente? Ninguém liga pra Sivir? Passa, passa, passa. Vou passar já. Peraí. Ai. Pronto.
To show some love to our Southeast Asian players.
Quem que é essa? Quem que é essa? Nidalita? Não tô achando que é Nidali também, mas acho que se fosse a Nidali teria o urso, né? Quem que foi o leão? Quem que é a outra campeã que vazou? Foi o Talon? Foi A Raven? Ai, que linda! Nossa, olha esse cabelão, véi.
In particular with this thematic, we really drew a ton of inspiration from that region, the fashions of those cultures, where tigers naturally live and hold a great deal of cultural significance.
We'll also have the return of some established thematics like porcelain, recent favorite
Porcelana, a corte das fadas. Que é isso? Será? Porque é o besouro, gente. A história da Soraka vai ser parecida com a da Seraphine. O B dela aparecendo um besouro, assim, ó. Pro. Soraka, a corte das fadas. Parece estar muito linda. Mas que eu tô analisando todos os detalhes. Espera aí. Mas ela tem uma asinha de fada aqui, ó. Olha lá. Acho muito feio agora na regal. É muito simples, por isso que eu não gosto. Projeto e Lua Sangrenta. Quem é essa? Evelyn? Não, mas a Evelyn já tem Lua Sangrenta. Será que é Evelyn projeto? Ah, não, é a Zaira. Ai, que linda! E o que é isso? A NaFi, gente! Eu projeto, olha aí. O triângulozão na cabeça. A projeto cão. Ah, vai ficar muito bonito uma projeto NaFi. Será que vai vir aí o Roei projeto que eu falo tanto pra vocês e vai ficar lindo? Amamos. Roei projeto, eu iria aceitar. Nossa, essa Zaira tá belíssima, gente. Essa Zaira Lua Sangrenta. E o que é isso aqui? Ah, é o cabelo dela. Achei que era
all of these come out before summer this year.
We've also been taking a look at some improvements we can make outside of just what new skins we're releasing. So some of our older
Seraphine Lol Sangrenta, pior que queremos.
Legendaries, for instance, were released before we started adding content such as legendary borders. So we're going to be going back to add them to skins that missed out.
Então vamos voltá-los a incluir nas skins que faltavam. Pra gente não vai fazer diferença, né? Seraphine tem skin lendária.
Skins such as Broloff, Corporate Mundo, and Dragon Trainer Tristana.
Chris will actually be live in just a few days.
And finally, we have some skins coming out for champions who haven't had as much love in a little.
Oh, vamos lançar o quê? Skin.
And finally, we have some skins coming out for champions who haven't
Pode entrar,
had as much love in a little bit. As of filming,
vamos, nossa, verdade. Vamos, tadinho.
In the 1000-day club, and Olaf is hot on his tail.
Mas que linda skin é essa? Que peixe é isso?
And
que bonitinho, ele é um porquinho espinho. Gente, ele parece... Que linha de skin é essa? Será que é Anime Squad? Que bonitinho, olha, ele cheio de coisinho. Parece um bolinho de arroz, olha. Ele tem um cachecol, gente. Ai, que fofinho, olha. Ele parece um bichinho de Super Mario, sabe? Sim, parece um Super Mario. Ai, achei um querido, véi. Será que é Anime Squad que tem uma coisa mais jogos, assim?
1000-day club, and Olaf is hot on his tail.
All right, well, that's it for us for now. We're going to hand things over to the esports team.
We'll give you an update on the competitive side of the league that we
definitely should have been drafted for.
Yep, absolutely.
Silver 2.
I am...
O ursinho ali atrás, gente, que fofo. Olha o Tiberzão.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nazala Taha.
And I'm Chris Greeley.
And we are so excited to kick off the 14th season of LoL Esports. And we want to give you a look at some of our plans for 2024. So let's start by talking about our global events, MSI and Worlds.
We want our international events to have a strong regional representation so that the best teams from each region can fight it out on the global stage. This year, we're making it so that there are 3 base slots for the LPL, LCK, LEC, and LCS at Worlds, with new ways for teams and regions to earn additional slots. The LLA, CBLOL, PCS, and the VCS will have their slots remain unchanged.
And we're keeping the same double elim format from MSI 2023, but we're going to up the stakes even more this year. For the first time ever, the winning MSI team will be awarded a guaranteed spot at Worlds, which also counts as an additional slot for their region. And the next best performing region at MSI will secure an additional world seed for their region.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see the increased competition at MSI this year.
And while we're talking about MSI, we wanted to share that this year's MSI will be held from May 1st through the 19th in Chengdu, China.
Não falaram nada
This
do
is the first
Seraphine,
time
nem
we
de
brought a
mago.
global Lolly sports event
Só
to
foi
this
skin pra
vibrant
Etro, só
city,
pra cá,
and
isso é
we're
desses
so
trem.
excited to see the amazing crowds there cheer on their favorite teams.
Ai, que lugar lindo, eu conheço esse lugar, hein? Já vi o
This
vídeo
is the
dele.
first time we've brought a global Lolly sports event
conheço
to
esse
this
lugar, não
vibrant
lembro o
city,
nome não,
and
mas eu
we're
conheço.
so excited to see the amazing crowds there cheer on their favorite teams. And we'll be back with more updates on MSI the closer we get to the event.
Last year in Korea, we announced that Worlds would be returning to Europe, with the finals taking place in London, England at the O2 Arena. Today, we wanted to let you know where the rest of the tournament will be held.
Well, we'll be kicking off Worlds in Berlin at our newly remodeled esports arena for the play-ins and Swiss stages. Then we'll head to the Adidas Arena in Paris, France for quarterfinals and semifinals. Fans brought so much energy to the Paris finals in 2019, and we're really excited to see what you all do for not just one, but 2 stages of Worlds there.
Worlds will run from September 24th through November 2nd, and we'll be back later this year as we get closer to the event to announce ticket sales dates.
Now, as we embark on the 2024 season, we are so proud to commemorate 14 remarkable years of LoL esports. Throughout this decade and a half, we've witnessed pro players from around the world leave their mark, displaying incredible resilience, mastery of League of Legends gameplay, and inspiring millions of fans across the globe. To celebrate those who have made a lasting impact on the game, the sport, and the community, and really honor their legacies, we are proud to introduce the LoL Esports Hall of Legends.
Hall of Legends.
There are a number of pro players worthy of being inducted into our unique version of a Hall of Fame. So we've gathered an independent voting panel of esports industry veterans and experts from every region around the world to vote and select our very first inductee.
Each year, those inducted into the Hall of Legends will have their historic careers celebrated both IRL and in-game. Now, we're currently collecting votes, and we'll be back later this year to share more.
And finally, all of our regional leagues are gearing up for the start of the 2024 competitive season. You can tune in on lolesports.com beginning January 13th to keep up with all of your favorite teams and pros.
We can't wait to watch the 2024 LoL Esports season with all of you. Good luck and have fun on your climbs. Thank you in advance for tuning in and supporting your favorite teams and leagues. Now, here's Riot Brightmoon and Medler to wrap us up.
All right, before we go, we wanted to remind you that we're celebrating a special birthday for League this year. We are turning 15.
Vamos fazer 15 anos, eu vou fazer 10 anos dessa bomba.
So close to being able to finally drive a
10
car.
anos, né? Deixa eu ver. 2013, estamos em 2024. Meu Deus, faz 11 anos que eu jogo essa bomba. Vai fazer 11. Meu Deus, não.
Oh, in the US at least. But we're looking forward to celebrating with you all later this year. We're not doing new game announcements this time. This year is all about League and celebrating our 15th birthday with all of you.
So look forward to the celebrations coming in October. And as a reminder,
os anos de LoL, né, filho? Ninguém diz, né? Vai fazer 11 agora.
Don't forget to check out the devlogs that go into more detail on some of the topics we discussed today. We'll also be back with our regular dev updates as usual after this video. So we'll be seeing you soon.
Best of luck on your climbs, and welcome to season 2024.
Bem-vindos à temporada 2024. Acabou. Foi isso. Não esperava mais, mentira. Não achei nada empolgante. Eita! A trem da Mary, cadê a menina Ashe? Vamos ver. Nossa, que realista. Olha, gente, dá pra ver os poros dele, os cravos. Olha, que qualidade. Vai ser cinemática, vai ter Freyord, amamos. Vai ter trem da Mary, vai ter a dona Ashe enchendo o rabo de flecha. Olha o olhão dele, amamos. Nojeira. Temporada 2024, 10 de janeiro de 2024. E vai vir aí, meus amores, amamos.